My little sister's just 2 years old, and she's got cancer. If God cares about her, why is she sick?
People get sick because the world's not perfect, but God will always be with your sister. My name is Zach, and you're tuned in to listener-supported Keys for Kids. When everything around you seems to be going wrong, it's easy to assume that God isn't paying attention and doesn't care about your life. But that's simply not true. God knows what's going on in your life and every other life, and He won't allow anything bad to happen without a reason. Matthew 10:29 says, "Not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without your Father knowing it." Now let's listen to our story for today. It's called God's Rocket. Judson locked his model rocket's engine into place. Next, he would connect the igniter. He looked across the field where Mom and 2-year-old Kassidy fed the chickens. Good. They were far from the launch pad. Dad was mowing the fence line, so he was in the safe zone too. Kassidy's giggles carried over the lawnmower's engine. Judson smiled. His baby sister got into his stuff, but he didn't mind too much. When he felt impatient, he remembered the cancer. Swallowing hard at the thought of Kassidy's chemo appointment tomorrow and how the doctors would put needles in her again, Judson grabbed the ignition switch. He put a safe distance between himself and the rocket. "Ready to launch," Judson called to Mom. She waved and gave a thumbs up. He counted down from 5 and whoosh, the rocket blasted into the clouds. When the parachute swirled into sight, Judson tried to follow the rocket's path, but he lost it. Where did it go? He wondered. In the back field somewhere? I might never find it. Judson hadn't noticed that Dad had shut off the lawnmower, but now Dad ran across the field yelling, "I've got it!" Soon after wading into the tall grass, Dad lifted the rocket over his head like a trophy. After supper, Judson helped Mom wash dishes. "I don't want Kassidy to get chemo," he said. "She cries and gets sick, and it's just bad." Mom looked sad. "I know." "Doesn't God care?" asked Judson. Mom handed him a plate to dry. "God sees us and He cares. Remember how you almost lost your rocket today?" "Yeah, but Dad got it." "Even when you watched it so closely, you didn't see where it landed, but Dad did. God sees us no matter what we're facing. He's always with us." Judson looked down at the plate in his hand. "But Kassidy's still sick." As Kassidy's giggles filled their small house, Mom hugged Judson. "Kassidy is God's little rocket. He won't let her out of His sight. Jesus is with Kassidy and us, even during chemo." Judson remembered Dad running after the rocket and pictured Jesus running after Kassidy. That thought made him smile. So how about you? Have you ever had something bad happen to you? Sometimes when bad things happen, we get mad at God or feel like He's abandoned us. And when you feel this way, tell Him exactly how you feel, because Jesus can take it. He loves us so much that He became human and experienced what our suffering is like, dying and rising again to beat sin and death. He's with us no matter what, and He promises to return to make all things new one day, free from sin, death, and suffering. Our key verse is found in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 10, verse 29.
What is the price of 2 sparrows? 1 copper coin? But not a single sparrow can fall to the ground without your Father knowing it.
And our key thought, God sees you. Hey, did you notice the kid in today's story sounded a little different? That's because I spent a week with kids just like you at Maranatha Bible and Missionary Conference, and while I was there, I got to record them speaking the lines for the devotional stories. Pretty cool, huh? Well, maybe one day I'll be able to record you too. Until then, I'm Zach. Thanks for spending time with me here on Keys for Kids. I'll see you right back here tomorrow.